Hey everybody, this is Art from the band Everclear, and you're listening to Shutter 16 magazine. Hi Chris, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good. Just getting up. Got my coffee.
Well, good morning.
Good morning to you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, we're in outside of Pittsburgh today.
Okay.
Like in a sober.
So 2022 is a pretty special year for you and for Everclear, celebrating the 30th anniversary of the band and World of Noise. So first of all, congratulations for that milestone.
Thank you very much.
And when the band first got started, did you ever imagine being here 30 years into the future?
No, I don't think so. I still had that very naive idea that, we'll do 5 albums, that'll be the end of the band, I'll do something else. And, I had that whole Mick Jagger thing where, when he said he's never going to be singing Satisfaction when he was 40, and now he's 80, and he sings it very well. I think sometimes your life's work becomes your life's work, and you're not really sure it's going to be that. You're just in a band. You're starting a band, and I was 30 years old, starting a band, and I had a baby at home, and brand new baby, and my life was going through upheaval, and the music that I was making reflected that. It was very loud and angry and frustrated and full of angst, whatever you want to call it. And it was perfect for the time. Looking back on it in hindsight, why wouldn't I be making music like that, considering what was going on? And I don't think I was in a place where I was trying to see into the future and see, wow, am I going to be doing Everclear in 2022? 2022, come on, be fair. In 1992, 2022 sounded like science fiction.
Right, it did.
Where's my flying car? I want my flying car.
Yeah, I thought we'd have that by then.
Right? No, people are still driving Camrys, man.
Well, they're still running. They
are. Toyotas are still running.
Now, the 30th anniversary deluxe edition of World of Noise has been released. So tell us a little bit about the process of kind of remastering it and putting it all together.
I knew it was, so at the beginning of the year, I knew it was going to be the 30th anniversary of Everclear. I was talking about it with my wife and management and stuff, and we decided that it would be a good thing to do an anniversary tour and talk about that. And then first week of January, me and Freddie, my bass player, were going through boxes in the back because we were just trying to clear out stuff, and because I have a studio office in the front, studio, there's a kitchen, and there's storage in the back. And next door, my wife has, a space for her. She does yoga and classes and healing and, all that hippie stuff. And she's not a hippie. She likes punk rock, but, in LA, it seems like every middle-aged woman, oh God, please don't say I called my wife middle-aged. She's 30. She's just the side of 40. But, they start getting very spiritual, and that's cool. But long story short, found this big box that's in the back that was inside another box, and it was all taped up. And we opened it, and it had, literally 40 different tapes in it. It was a huge box, huge, like a trunk. And inside of it, I found the actual master tapes for World of Noise and the master mixtapes. And I got excited, so I went to a studio that does archival stuff, and they had to clean the tapes and bake the tapes and then bounce it down to digital. And I A/B'd it, back and forth with the last version of World of Noise, which was mastered by Capitol in '94. And I always thought it sounded really thin and just kind of like when you crank it up, it kind of gets gritty, like you're kind of gritting your teeth. And I listened to it with this, and it just sounded phenomenal. So I decided to re-release it on vinyl, which is going to come out early next year. But more importantly, it had never gone to digital platforms before, because it's been out of print since '99, 10 years before digital platforms. So, it just kind of made sense to do all that, and went through all that, and actually got in a vacation to Greece for my birthday with my family, and that was fun. Never been there before, but we got it done. And about the same time, my buddy Matt Penfield had been talking to me about doing a retrospective on Everclear for the 30th anniversary. So we did that, and that's out on the internet as well. It's called 30 Years Gone. And, it just kind of all fell in place. And at the same time, I wanted to record a new song. I don't have any urge to do a whole album, but I like the idea of recording songs every 6 months,
Okay.
and putting out a new song. I think that sounds fun. And at this point in my career, in my life, I'm 60. I've got multiple sclerosis. I've got a family. I'm in school trying to get a degree in psychology at the age of 60.
Wow. Okay.
So not trying, I'm getting it. It's happening.
That's
but and I love making music, but making an album doesn't sound fun to me. It just sounds like work.
Yeah.
And I don't want to work. I want to work. I don't want a job. It sounds like a job.
Yeah.
And so making one song, I wrote this song called Year of the Tiger, and it's we got a few more vocals to get on it and mix it. And it should be out hopefully September.
Nice. We'll look forward to definitely hearing that.
It's fun. It's a fun song. Yeah.
You had mentioned that, obviously back when World of Noise came out, it wasn't available for download or streaming because that wasn't really a thing back then. But it's so important now because that seems to be the go-to, for everyday listening. You still have the people who want the vinyl and add that to their collection and listen at home. But for people on the go, they want the download or streaming. So my question to you is just how different is it when you're putting out a record today versus like when you put World of Noise out 30 years ago?
Oh, it's incredibly different. 30 years ago, the CD was still pretty new. I got my first CD player in 1990. Actually, for Christmas, 1989, and and I had a record label at the time, and we had put our first record out on vinyl and cassette, and he said, "No, we're not doing vinyl anymore. We're doing CDs and cassettes." And he was the money guy, so I really didn't have any choice in that. But it's just, that was the whole thing, was to put out a CD. But even then, even when we put out records, when I went to Capitol, I made them put out vinyl because I love vinyl. And I knew a lot of people really love vinyl. So I made them make at least 1,000 pieces of vinyl or 500 pieces of vinyl per album. And they did for the first 3 albums that we did with them, and then they just said, "We're not doing it anymore." I go, "It's in the contract." They go, "Sue us." The head of business affairs, the head lawyer's like, "Okay, Art, go ahead, sue us." Yeah, really? What do you know how much money you got? You got over $1 million in the pipeline. Really? You think a judge is going to say anything? I go, "All right." He goes, you want to print it? Go ahead. We'll license it to you. Go print it. Go print vinyl. I'm like, "No, I'm too busy."
Well, I'm glad that it's making a comeback in recent years because it fell out of the wayside for quite some time. But, in recent years, everybody seems to have that hankering to get back to that vinyl, and I love that.
It way outsells CDs. It's like 3 to 1, 4 to 1 now. Yeah, my 14-year-old, I bought her a turntable. She wanted a turntable for Christmas last year. And it's so awesome. I walk into her room and she's like listening to Led Zeppelin or the Pixies or, something like that, really loud. And it just sounds phenomenal, especially that 180 gram vinyl. And that's what we're going to do with this record. It's going to be 180 gram clear vinyl.
Awesome.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah, that is going to be cool. We'll look forward to having that come out. But you're also on tour right now too, so you're super busy. So you've got the North American tour already underway. How's it going so far?
Yeah, it's going great. We're almost halfway through. We got 2 more shows, and then we go home for a few days, and then we come back and we got 13 more shows after that, and about 5 this summer. That's with these bands, with Fastball and the Nixons. So it's going great. Everybody's getting along great. Everybody's being really strict about our protocols, about wearing masks when we're inside the venue and when we go in stores. And even though people look at us like we're stupid or crazy, bands are falling like flies.
They are. You got to do what you got to do to keep everybody healthy, because just one case is enough to shut you down, and nobody wants that.
If a person in another band gets it, they're off the tour for 10 days unless they can replace that person. But if it's the singer, they're off the tour. If I get it, and I had it in January 2021, and it put me in the hospital for 2.5 weeks. And I was in bed for 2 months, and it progressed my MS. It was rough, really rough. So I'm all vaxxed up. Everybody on my bus is all vaxxed up, and we wear masks when we're, out with people we don't know. That's just how it is. And so far, we're doing really good, knock on wood. And But the main thing is we just want to be healthy and be able to make music.
Right.
That's what people want us to do. That's what people are paying for tickets for. And we're just excited. I'm just really excited, Chris, that at my age and where I'm at in my life, and with all the good things and the bad things, I still get to play guitar and sing rock and roll for a living every day. I'm so just spiritually grateful for that, and I don't take it for granted. So I work really hard to be able to do that.
That's awesome, and we're looking forward to the tour. You've got a couple local dates coming close to us, and I know one of our photographers is going to be out at the shows doing some reviews. He's a huge fan of Everclear and of your solo stuff, so he's going to see you in Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay.
And also later in August, in early August, I think it is, in Kannapolis, North Carolina.
Kannapolis, that's going to be the 30th anniversary too. Yeah, the show in Greenville is. I got a lot of family coming out for that one. I got family in Nashville.
Okay.
On my mom's side, I affectionately call the hillbillies, because they really are like Smoky Mountain hillbillies, and but they're wonderful people, and I got to know them. I didn't really know them until last year. About 50 of them got together, and we had like a family reunion, and it's really cool because they all got vaxxed up to protect me, because of my MS, and that was really sweet. And it was really nice. They're really nice people, and a lot of them are going to come out for the show. I just got a request for like 22 people for the guest list. My tour manager is going to lose his mind.
Well, if you don't let them lose their minds every once in a while, why even have a tour manager, right? You got to keep them on their toes.
Absolutely. Chris, I like the way you think. I like where your head's at.
So I know everybody's super excited for the show. So what are we going to expect from the sets this time out? Are we going to hear a lot of World of Noise and, of course, all the hits? And
yes. Yes. You're gonna
awesome.
Hear, at least 3 songs from World of Noise and from the new album, the new release. One of the songs we've been playing is one of the bonus tracks, a song called Bronze, that Everclear hasn't played since 94, 95. And it's just fun to play these songs. But yeah, you're going to hear all the hits. You're going to hear all the hardcore fan favorites. and some deep songs, and maybe even a cover. It's a pretty good set. Yeah.
Awesome. We're looking forward to that. And we're also going to look forward to the new single that you said maybe in September.
Year of the Tiger should be out. I'd say originally I wanted to do late August, but the people at the studio kept, like different people there started getting COVID. And so we couldn't, it kept pushing it back. And finally I'm just like, we'll do it after the tour. We'll do it this summer. So all we got to do is just hit a couple of background vocals and get it mixed. And yeah, it should be out, I would say mid-September, hopefully. We have a West Coast leg of the anniversary tour that's going to be just us and Fastball in October. And so I want to get it out before then, for sure.
Okay, super. Sounds exciting. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today, Art. It was a pleasure, and we look forward to seeing you out on the road in the shows and, of course, the new music that'll be coming out this fall.
Thank you, Chris. You've been wonderful to talk to. I appreciate you calling this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.